welcome to the Morning Spike. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Martin. We thought we were going to have other people here because we were super excited about all the stuff that was going on this week, but these guys, daylight savings time always kills them, all these people. I don't know.
I don't understand. I'm on the west side. Okay, it's 8:30 in the morning for me. And they were specifically, hey, Martin, make sure you wake up early on time because we're starting, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I thought we were going to do it 7 a.m. my time.
Dude,
so
it's hilarious that everyone else is like still asleep. It's 10:30. I have no idea what is going on. We went up an hour. I went up, went to the gym. I worked out. I came back down here ready to go do this stuff. Of course, I put my Bears jersey on because Brian Poles did it. He did it. Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited. It really, really like.
That's a great ass trade. He did a really good job.
Like, I could care less about the Panthers now. Look, here's the thing. As a DJ Moore owner in my Dynasty league,
yep.
Okay, I have been patiently waiting for so long, you guys. And then I don't even know what Mark. I really want to know what Mark's reaction was when that went through. Like, I wonder if it irritated him or pissed me. Like, he probably went. Of course, Martin would have DJ Moore and Justin Fields.
I was like, so you had taxi squad Justin Fields the entire time, and then as soon as you bring him onto the roster, you get DJ Moore added. It's like, oh man, Ryan.
For 2 seasons, I had him in the taxi squad.
Oh man,
it's hilarious.
That is really great. That was a great trade. He did a 2024 first round. So we got this first rounder, a 2024 first
109.
Round, a 2025 second rounder. We get number 61 this year. Like, he did, and DJ Moore. That's really like getting 3 first rounders and a second rounder and 2 second rounders. 3 first rounders and 2 second rounders. That's what you got.
Yes, he is derpy. Absolutely. He puts up 1,000 yards every season with new quarterbacks.
With nobody throwing in the ball, but with PJ Walker.
Last year he had about 700. And even then,
888 yards.
The last time he had 800 and something. Okay. Yeah. The last time he did this bad was like his rookie year. I think that was where the 700 was at.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, he's been putting up 1,000 yards every year. Now you put him in a system. Now, here's the thing though. The Bears aren't done yet though.
Nope.
They need more work. I'm telling you, like, everything is lined up for them. They need to make smart decisions. Getting in this giant haul of a picks and then fixing up that line, whether you do it through, I would say you do it through free agency, because it wouldn't surprise me if Orlando Brown ends up with Chicago Bears.
One of those tackles ended up with the Bears. One of the tackles, I'm not sure if it's going to be a left tackle or a right tackle, because Orlando Brown wants $24 million. I think the Bears are willing to offer him 22. Let's just see if that works out. We're going to hear some news about this like tomorrow. So if they fix up the line, get a left tackle, get a center, that line is going to be good. They have weapons around them. The offense is going to be really good, really interesting. My only question is David Montgomery coming back, because Khalil Herbert couldn't block a guy coming blitzing to save his life. But besides that, they do that, and then they draft all defensive line. They can still get the best defensive lineman in the draft.
Yeah. So Derby says he's literally one of the worst. He was a receiver for one of the worst organizations, though. And now the Bears, which is worse. The issue is he was still putting up 1,000 yards.
Yep.
Regardless of where he was at, he was still putting up 1,000 yards. Now you put him in, like, you don't understand, Derby. Last year, the Jaguars were in the same boat.
Exactly.
They had all this money, and a smart organization, what they do, and they need to be smart about this, is fix their weakest link and figure it out. The Bears can elevate their game 10 times as big as what they'd had last year, just like the Jaguars did.
Yeah. They need to get
DJ Moore is one of the best receivers. He's one of the best receivers in the league. The issue is he was in the worst spot.
And so he's only the 12th highest paid receiver, and you got locked in for 2 more years past the season. So 3 years of control. He's only the 12th highest paid receiver. He could do stuff as a 6 foot number 1 that's going to change the game, change everything for the Chicago Bears. Now everyone moves down to their natural position. So now we're talking about Mooney. Mooney is a number 2. That's fine. Chase Claypool is also like a number 2, 3. That works out now. We're not asking him to be a number 1. Everyone moves down a spot. Justin Fields has all the weapons he needs around him. And now all we got to do is fix that line. The line is the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm. I just think that, if they do the right moves and they get the right pieces there, this is going to be huge for them.
Yeah.
Now the news is like today's free agency, right? Or is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday.
Tuesday's the official day. Tomorrow's when you can start to sign people.
Okay.
Start to legal tampering, whatever.
Yeah. So, which means within the next couple of weeks, they're gonna have to figure it out.
Yep.
I mean, they're gonna have to probably make some offers, and it wouldn't surprise me if they bring in another lineman, another defensive pieces in there as well.
Draymond from Denver. I'm pretty sure he's going to sign with the Bears tomorrow.
Okay.
And I think they're going to get a tackle, and they're going to get a defensive line guy, and then now in the draft they're going to try to probably get a defensive line guy, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
If you fix your line, and I believe in building your team inside out, have to do your lines first, because without that you can't do it. You can't stop the run, and you can't run the ball.
So you said Draymond?
Yeah. So that's what's going on.
Because you have Taylor Lewan and Donovan Smith besides Orlando Brown.
Yep. Well, Taylor Lewan, I believe, is going to either resign. Oh, I think he's going to go to Patriots. At least that's where his first stop is going to be.
Okay.
Which I think that works for him. I mean, Taylor Lewan's only 31 years old, and he's still 6'8", 330 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says injury prone, but I say linemen tear their knees up all the time. That's just what it does. That's why you after college, you all have to have knee stuff on all the time, knee braces all the time, because you're going to have people running your back. If he can still have power, that's all that matters. And his skill, that's all that really matters. We're not worried. We know what was going on with our line.
I'm not. The thing is, I'm not worried about what's going to happen there. You have where they at? Where they at on space? Cap space. They're a worse spot than freaking. Let me figure this out. Hold on. The Steelers are in a worse spot.
Oh yeah.
I still think they have money, don't they? Or are they in the negative? Oh, you guys have 10 million. You guys could probably sign one dude. Yeah. Right now, the Bears are now at 75.
Yeah, with getting DJ Moore, and we still have $75 million. And that's not to say we don't cut Whitehair, which would then free up another $13 million.
Mm-hmm. Also, Brian, if anything wins tonight, I'm going to go. Yeah, Rivers.
It's going to happen. It's happening.
I mean, I'm looking at the free agents right now. For the Bears perspective, because there are some like it's not a nice free agency. Like we've seen some years where there's some nice like veterans that are like still good, and this year it's really not that great.
It's very top heavy. You know, wide receiver is awful. I mean, awful.
Yeah, Robert Woods already signed real quick with the Texans. That was fast.
Crazy. Yeah.
Adam Thielen might sign somewhere. Chosen Anderson might go somewhere. By the way, Chosen is really his name. For those who don't know, Robbie Anderson decided he is going to be not just the Robinson, but he's going to be the Chosen Robinson. Yes. Robbie Anderson is Chosen Robinson. If you didn't know that. Why? I don't know.
You just say, okay. That's the times you just say, you know what? All right. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I just think that receivers it's not that great.
It's horrible. It's actually horrible.
It is. It really is. I'm trying to see what the best thing here is, and I'm not.
I mean, the number one guy it has to be Javon Hargrave.
Number one guy, like
I think he's
that
the number
everybody
one.
wants.
Yeah, that will be the most sought after. 30 years old, defensive tackle. That means you probably have 5-6 years left of him. Even over Orlando Brown, even over was it Chauncey Gardner Johnson, over Bates. Even though I like Jesse Bates a lot.
I think Jesse Bates would be one of them.
I mean,
he's only 26, man.
So is Jacoby Myers.
What does Yannick Ngakoue is 28, but I think that dude is done. He just keeps bouncing around from team to team, and I think people are starting to figure him out.
Yep, I agree.
There it is. Robbie Chosen Anderson. I think he had more names in this past season than catches. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Like, why? How many? Like, that costs money. Like, for him, it probably didn't, but I mean, trust me, I know. I've been through that process. What are the Bucs going to do being overcapped? I don't know.
Lavonte David's already gone, right?
Yeah. 8 million. I think so. Yeah. They already reconstructed some contracts with somebody. I can't remember who it was, but they're at 5 million now.
Yeah, because Lavonte's gone and then Fournette's gone, and they're going to have. I mean, you can do something. They only got to go through 1 year. They just got a big dead cap number right now. They got to get through 1 year. I think they'll be okay. They'll probably restructure someone, Mike Evans. They might have to trade Mike Evans, honestly.
It would be smart of them. Honestly, just send him somewhere.
Everyone's talking about
a lot of teams that need receivers.
Everyone's talking about D-Hop going to the Cowboys. Can you imagine Mike Evans going to the Cowboys? Taking the top off, and then allowing.
I can't see that.
Well,
like I could picture it. I just can't see that coming to fruition where they're gonna want that. I don't know. I just can't see that.
It's a younger Hopkins, really. DeAndre, it's a younger DeAndre Hopkins. So I could see that happening, especially, they need to lose the money. I mean, and Jerry loves big names. And it wouldn't make the Dallas interesting. They're interesting anyway, because I don't know what the hell they're doing. They keep on paying running backs. I don't know what the hell they're doing. So this is going to be very interesting.
We'll see. I mean, they got 14 million, so I don't know. It's not entirely like the worst either.
Yeah, that's true.
But true. I look, it's going to be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with the Bucs. I mean, it's a lot closer than what they had before. I mean, before it was like 54 million. So now they're at 5 million. That's one or two moves that they have to make, and they'll be fine.
And Trask is your quarterback? Is that what you're going with?
There's a possibility that they roll with Trask
for a year,
for just the 1 year, and then end up with a high top dollar prospect. Yep. That's what I'm hoping the Falcons do too, because I want them to figure it out if Desmond is actually decent enough, and if he's not, then I'm okay with that too, and we'll land.
I know that division is so bad.
It is. Any quarterback that goes to that division is going to take over and just win it.
You were actually crazy. Some and now wins all of a sudden. Now that Derek Carr
exactly. And if the Panthers get CJ Stroud, it's over. It's over.
I'll say this about Bob Dole. Look, all I know is New Orleans was $50 million over the cap, and then they signed Derek Carr. So I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter if you're over the cap. There's ways to get around it. They'll just kick the can down the road. They'll restructure some contracts, and they'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is. That's what they do. That whole division just kicks the can down the road, and we'll worry about this later.
Yeah. I don't know if you read any of these derpy comments or anything. If you want to put them up, or
let's see. No, we can't do that one yet. Not yet.
Okay. But yeah.
No. Oh my gosh.
I'm
waiting till Tank comes in for that. I'll start at derpy. All right. I want to do what Braden says. Do you think the Panthers trade with the Texans, try to get some draft value back? No.
I don't think so, man.
No. They got their guy. I think that
they made that move solid. And I think what they were scared of, like, I don't see Bryce Young being number one. Like, here's the thing, and even though, like, I do and I don't. So I've been listening to some DB interviews this last couple seasons, and it just hit me recently, and I didn't think about this before, and they said that Bryce Young was one of the hardest QBs they've ever faced.
Yep.
And they're like, and I'm thinking, like, how is that even possible? Like, the dude, like, I get it, he's athletic. But then there's one thing that they said that we also valued on a very big perspective, if his size. They said that they could not see him back there. The fact that they could not read his eyes was the biggest issue, that the only thing they saw was a freaking ball getting slung out at 50 miles an hour behind that line. But they didn't see him. That is a ghost.
Yeah,
and as a safety, I'm like, holy crap. That changes things.
The ones that are right in front of you, because if you have these tall linemen that are 6'8", blocking your view, you can't see the outs to your tight end. You can't see the quick out.
He knows where the play's at. He knows where it's at. All he has to do is a couple adjustments where the safeties, they don't know where the play's at. They have to read. He has at least 4 to 5 seconds before the safeties even pick up the play where Bryce already knows the play. All he has to do is take a step or two to the right or the left.
You only have
figure it out.
Our defensive ends now coming out now. So now you only got 2 seconds to do that. And now your linebackers, a lot of these linebackers are as agile as the safeties that are playing in college football.
But these tackles are also getting just as good as the ends, though. I'm just saying that if you put them in the right spot, I'm telling you, this is why Bryce Young was so good. And it was so crazy to me that I never really thought about that until recently. And I'm like, that's wild. That's just wild, because for the first time, you're going to have a quarterback that's not even visible.
Because Drew Brees wasn't really visible. There's Kyler Murray's now.
You see why he was good? I don't know.
No, it's not that. It's the accuracy with Bryce Young. If you really start, so I was talking about those scramble drills. When you see him doing the scramble drills and he reverse pivots and he slings the ball, the issue is that he's hitting people in like a ball-sized area. Like he's hitting them right on like the right nipple.
But you're denying what I saw of a DB set. That's what you're saying.
No. I'm
because
saying,
you said no, and then you gave your argument. I'm saying what these guys said is what I heard.
I'm saying the
makes total sense.
Are one thing, but I think in the NFL, it's more difficult to do those things because everyone else is so accurate too. So everyone else is so much better, and I think that's going to take a long time for him to figure that out and stay healthy. Bryce Young has the best arm, the best accuracy. He's unbelievable. He's really he's like a mini Mahomes. It's like they say. He's a mini Mahomes. I'm sure that the height does have something to do, especially with when you're coming up over the top, especially when you're running deep and you don't see the ball's coming. You can't see. I can see 2 deep safety being teared by him. You know, I can definitely see that, but I don't think that's the main problem. You know, those are all the great things about him. The main problem is he's gonna be 185 pounds when he comes back. That weight gainer that he was chugging is gonna go away, and he's gonna get in his uniform. And he's gonna be 185 pounds, and he's still not gonna be able to see the deep outs and the quick outs. So when they're blitzing him, that's what you'll know. Bryce Young, blitz him, keep him in the pocket, blitz him, and that's how you're gonna beat him. So I can't do my number 1 draft pick.
I need to see. I understand that.
and bet.
CJ Stroud is pro ready.
I bet CJ Stroud is the number 1 draft pick. I got
No, I would imagine he is.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to deny that Bryce Young isn't going to be successful.
No.
I still don't know. Okay, you can't sit there and tell me that he's going to automatically just suck because of his size. He's managed this his entire life. He's played like this his entire life.
That's
so
true.
He's found ways behind it or ways to go around to figure this out. He could have, like, let's take Kyler Murray. Like, Kyler Murray is the second smallest quarterback now, right?
Yep.
He could have been a baseball player.
Yep.
But he decided to play football. Why? Because he felt like that was his key. And I don't even want to get like
I'm less worried about height. I'm less worried about height and more worried about width. Like, that's my biggest problem with him. I'm less worried about the height. 5'10" is small, but Doug Flutie did fine. Like,
yeah, but he knows that he has contact balance. Like, I've seen him get hit, and he knows how to get hit. Some guys are as stiff as a board, and they fold. This man,
magical hands.
This man knows how to get tackled.
Yep,
that's a lot, and a lot of QBs kind of don't, and then they get injured. If you know how to get tackled and you know how to fall, like Tua does it.
Yeah, but we need a 350-pound guy coming on you is going to be different. Just different.
I don't know, but I've seen it. Look, he's playing with these guys are roughly around that same ish. Not every game, but now he's gonna like. I have to see it first. I know it's a big transition from college to NFL. It really is. I still need to see it, and I'm not gonna judge guys. I still don't judge a few of the guys that are in the league now. And I wait 2-3 years before I finally give my final, like, actual rating on these guys because it takes time.
The question is, when you're drafting, would you risk your number 1 draft pick on a guy who doesn't have size problems, that has size issues?
No, I mean, look, for me, it's CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it's CJ Stroud, hands down. I'm not gonna.
I think they're 1-2. Honestly,
I really hope that the Panthers did this for him specifically. If they get Bryce Young, then it will they believe in him. But that's their organization. For me, like, and this is just my opinion. I'm just saying, like, I think CJ Stroud is pro ready, and you can start him like right away. Is he going to make mistakes?
I saw that Georgia game told me he could play in this NFL no matter what.
Is he going to make mistakes? Yeah. Is he going to be possibly the worst quarterback? Is he going to come in at 32? There's a very good possibility. Why? Because he's a rookie. And people are going to be like, oh, he's the worst quarterback I've ever seen. I'm like, yeah, he just got there, dude.
Give him a year.
It takes almost a year or two. Like, Daniel Jones almost didn't get re-signed by the Giants. They almost did. Like, last year, this time, they were saying they weren't going to exercise his 5th-year contract. Here we are. Why does he get this? Why does this man get another contract?
I wouldn't have been
mad. Changed, man.
Dude, this is a good Anthony's question. So we're saying the Raiders need to trade up. Do you think the Raiders trade up with the who is it? I guess that'll be Cardinals.
Because they're at 7.
Yeah.
If they trade up, they have
to the Cardinals 3.
They're gonna have to. They have a lot of draft picks. I can see it. They have a lot of draft picks to trade up, and I
can see
but they're not going to get the 1.
No, but
because I think the Panthers are 1-1.
Yeah, the Panthers are going to hold on to the 1. I think the Texans are going to hold on to 2, and I think the Cardinals will now being at 3. Grab some more draft stock. Grab a second and a third. Why not? Give me a second. Yeah. I'll trade down 4 spots, get a second and third, and still possibly get one of the 2 great defensive ends we have.
Yeah, Tyree Wilson is sitting right there. Why not?
Yep, I agree.
I'm not big on Jalen Carter right now until I figure out, or until we know what the hell is going on, legal issues, because I don't know, he might not even play.
At 9, I might take the risk of Jalen Carter. I'm telling you.
No,
at 9,
no, I'm not. No. Once a guy, like, for me, look, outside it, look, there's things that the legal issues that sometimes there was a death involved.
Yeah.
multiple deaths, and there's still nothing out. And
But
when it
there's
comes
been a
to
lot of releases. They've been releasing a lot of stuff. And it looks like he's probably not going to get charged, but he's still going to deal with, other things. Might be financially responsible for a lot of stuff too.
So he says, I think Seattle might trade down. Yeah. All of these teams have a possibility to trade down. The Seattle only got that pick because of Russell Wilson.
They already have
originally, they didn't have that pick. That wasn't even their pick originally.
I think Seattle. I would think Seattle wanted to trade up. They're one of the teams the Bears were talking to.
Mm-hmm.
But if they could get Will Anderson, like especially if Arizona trades their pick and they know they could get Will Anderson now, I can see them staying.
Yeah.
I mean, Will Anderson, who's probably the best pro-ready prospect in this entire draft.
Monster.
He's been SEC defensive player of the year for the last 2 years. If you get him at 5, you take him at 5. You don't trade that away.
Yeah. And then you have a pick 15 picks later.
Exactly. So you get Will Anderson, and then you fix everything else. You got Geno Smith for another year or two.
Oh, Seattle's going to be great.
If Anthony Richardson is still there, they draft him. Sure. I just don't see any way Anthony Richardson is still there at 5.
I agree with you. Here's what they have. They have the 5th and the 20th.
Yep.
And then you go to the second round. They have the 38th, which is also the 5th in the second round, and then the 53rd. So they have 5 picks in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You don't see that often. And then they have 4 picks, a 4th, 2 5ths, and a 6th. They don't even have a 7th, man.
But do they need it? I mean, look what all they have right now. I mean, that's just a lot of draft currency. That's why I don't see them going up or down now. If they could get a quarterback, they would have went up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. That was the only chance.
Yeah. So Anthony Richardson to the Colts and Will Levis to the Raiders.
I don't see Will Levis getting past 5 either. Honestly, I think everyone's trading up to. I don't see Will Levis going past 5. I just don't. If Will Levis is there, I can see Will Levis getting taken by Seattle too.
And Anthony Richardson has now, because the Panthers moved up, this now changes the whole draft, and I think Anthony Richardson ends up with the Colts now. Because I think Bryce Young's going to go to Texas.
Texas is taking Bryce Young.
So which means that the Colts will end up taking Anthony Richardson. Yes, I do believe that. I just think that if the Raiders would have to trade up, yes, in order to get Anthony Richardson,
because they're not going to pass 5. I'm telling you, if one of those 4 quarterbacks get to Seattle and Seattle could sit them down for a year or two,
mm-hmm.
and not be financially hurt, because Geno's getting $52 million of his money this year. Yeah. So financially, they'll be fine. So if the quarterback beats him out next year, let him do it. It's fine. He can go somewhere else.
They would have to trade up. Honestly, though, the way this plays out, I hope it doesn't. I hope it stays. And that's just for my own selfish reason for my Dynasty squad. That's it. Look, if Anthony Richardson ends up with the Colts, I'm more than okay with that. I really am. Because I think within a year or so, I think Anthony Richardson might be okay.
With the right
look, what he did at the combine was obviously incredible, right? And his throws looked incredible. But the problem is his throws were not under pressure, and they were just so chill and relaxed. You put him in the game, those throws aren't as accurate. I'm telling you, he has the same problem Josh Allen had. Do I believe in Anthony Richardson? 100% I do. He just needs the right coaching to fix that accuracy up.
Right coaching.
And if that happens, Michael Pittman to the roof.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Michael Pittman to the roof.
Hey, I heard this. They're comparing these quarterbacks to cars. They say Anthony Richardson is this luxury car with leather interior, but have roll down windows. like with manual windows. So he has all the stuff, but the things that you think he should have, like accuracy, you got to roll down your window. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That's Anthony Richardson. But you look really good. You come off the bus, everyone's styling. You're like, oh, yeah, look at that. That's crazy. And then try to roll down the windows. You don't have power locks. you got manual locks. And you can upgrade those things, right?
That's
you
a good one. Yeah, you can upgrade those things. Yeah.
Upgrade power locks, but you got to work at it. And that's what Anthony Richardson is. He's a luxury car with manual locks and manual windows.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I mean, it's gonna take a year or two, just like Josh Allen. It took him a year. But there was athletic ability, and that's what he has, and that's what I like, and that's what you cannot teach. Okay, Josh Allen came in the same way. Athletic ability. When he played all right, so I watched him when he was with freaking Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately fell in love with the dude. I knew this guy was going to be something special. Now, his accuracy did suck, just like Anthony Richardson. He came into the Bills. The Bills were off. Like, I'm not lying. A lot of them were not happy about it.
Yep.
They weren't happy when Josh Allen got there.
The team was split.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
the Minnesota game. There was a Minnesota game where he jumped over at, I don't want to say it was Anthony Barr, but it was a linebacker.
It was Anthony Barr.
Was it?
I think
literally jumped over him.
Yep.
And ran for another like 6-7 yards. And that wasn't the first guy he did that to that year. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this man has poise, will, and the power to do it. And he wants to do it. And he's going to do whatever it takes. And at the end of the year, they're saying Josh Allen has the worst accuracy of all time or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. He ain't going to make it. But damn, he proved everybody wrong the following year.
He's worked on it. And now, see, once again, Anthony Richardson, great deep ball thrower. That means he has like a moonroof, great deep ball thrower. But once again, he's not accurate for the short balls. That's always, so he probably has no headlights. Like, there's things that you can fix.
It's the Miata with the broken headlights that won't go up.
Exactly. You got one up, one down. That's what he is. Like, everything looks great. But it's just that you have some work to do with that car. But if you work on that car, it could be an all-time great car.
There you go. Anthony Richardson car has cassette tapes, not an auxiliary cord. Yeah.
Yeah. That's him. But you can fix those things.
Yes.
Now, Bryce Young is like a Tesla. But it's the small Tesla.
No, that dude is a Miata. That dude is a Miata.
That's a good one. A Miata.
Clean, fresh,
beautiful, brand new
Miata.
Looks good.
Nothing wrong with it.
You got family of 4, and you're like not sure that everyone can fit in this damn car.
Yeah, I can take one.
Like, I guess one at a time. That's what we got. That's Bryce Young. CJ Stroud is a nice luxury, sedan. Everything's just really good. He's a they called him not Volkswagen, but a Subaru.
He's a Denali.
They call him a Subaru.
That's too high.
It's a Subaru is like, so that it's like the safest car on the road. You don't have to worry about stuff. Things are gonna work out. You get hit,
all right,
you'll still be all right. It's still a nice ride.
I can see that.
But it's a Subaru, it's still that.
Okay.
That's funny. And then they said Will Levis is just it's a Camry. It's reliable. Looks like it can work, but it's just a Camry. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
If this man puts a 4.3 on his pro day, I'll give you this Lambo comp. But no, I'm not. He's gonna run like a 4.6, 4.5.
Well, that's why I think he didn't run, because if he ran, Anthony Richardson did a 4.44, right? And if he ran,
I know, but he's giving him a Lambo comp, and I don't think I can give you that. Unless he puts up a 4.3, in which he's not.
No, he's gonna do a 4.5.
Like I said, he's a Miata, man. He's a Lamborghini with the roll down with the tint. Will Levis is a Mustang with bold tires.
I don't know Will Levis that much. I was gonna say Will Levis is the body kit Civic that people got. With a nice body kit. They got the neon lights on the bottom and everything. Oh, then that looks kind of good. And then you look at it, you're like, wait a minute, is that still a Civic? Yeah, and then you realize, it's still a Civic.
Speaking of Civics, he's Josh McCown that everyone had. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Everyone did have it. Which is crazy. He is now a coach for the Panthers.
For the Panthers, exactly. So that's
I kind of
question.
like that.
If Josh McCown is a coach for the Panthers, he's learning how to be a coach. Is Anthony Richardson on their radar then? And they're just, this is all smokescreen.
Why do you say that?
Because then he thinks he could develop him.
I'd still pick CJ Stroud. I could develop him quicker than I can. I would still pick. Look, if I had the number one pick as the Panthers,
if I have McCown, I Frank Wright. I have Frank Wright too.
I would still pick CJ Stroud.
I would take CJ Stroud too.
Regardless of the fact what can a possibility with Anthony Richardson. But I know what I could make because I know there is no possibility because I already know his floor of CJ Stroud. Yep. Richardson's floor is a lot lower. I need to make that higher. But CJ Stroud at the floor that he is, I can develop him at a lot faster, smoother pace than I can with Richardson. Even though I love the way the Richardson to me is a quarterback that you want if you already have established quarterback. Okay.
He's Seattle. If Seattle gets Anthony Richardson, watch out.
Yes, because that gives them time to figure it out with him. You run with Geno, and then Anthony Richardson can be good within the next 2 seasons.
Exactly. It's perfect.
That's just, yeah, no, yeah. Will Levis is a Mustang with mayonnaise stains all over the carpet. I don't.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Where in the hell?
Mayonnaise is because of coffee. He drinks mayonnaise in his coffee.
That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah. Bucks are targeting Baker Mayfield. Yeah, there's a few teams that are actually targeting him.
But I heard that the Rams are trying to trade Baker. Trying to trade what's his name? Stafford. Yeah, Matthew Stafford.
They have because they're $9 million.
But they also want to keep Baker Mayfield. That's why.
Well, yeah, I know, but they have to make the trade before because they can't. They have until Tuesday to figure this out. Because once Tuesday comes around, Baker's going to sign with the best deal.
Oh yeah,
with a good team. I don't think Baker's not even I don't even see this happening. Like, is Baker really fighting for a championship right now? I just think he wants to be on a roster and find himself a home.
And just give him a chance.
He seems that type of guy.
That if he gets a chance, he could do something with the team. Like Baker Mayfield would be someone I would be afraid for Detroit having. I mean, they already have that guy now. But I'm just saying he's a type of guy that a steady guy who could be still good. He was a number 1 pick for a reason. He goes to the right team, he could still be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I worry. I worry about him going somewhere like Minnesota and haunting my life, my years with these next couple of years.
No, man, I was like, why is that so specific? And then that's what made
I wasn't ready.
I'm not giving up on the picks of Anthony Richardson. Look, I just don't think that it's right now. I just don't think they're going to trade up. But why would you pay Geno all that and draft up so you can develop him? They've only gave him a short contract.
So it's a 5.
It's only good for about 2 years because the third one they could just cut him.
The third year you can cut it with no problems.
Guess who would be ready in 2 years?
Exactly. It'll be perfect. It'll be ingenious, honestly.
Oh, I think it would be the best. Look, you got to think about you can't just think about the next year. You got to think about the future. Okay. Yep. Geno Smith is paid. What was it? 15, 17 each year?
Yep.
For the next 2 years.
So he
something like that.
Geno Smith is going to make $52 million this year. And he's going to make somewhere like $30 million next year.
Right.
So that means, and the third year is not guaranteed. None of that money is guaranteed. So their dead cap will be something like $5 million. Nothing. It'll be nothing.
Which is enough to cut him.
Exactly.
And right now, if they're at $20 million.
Yep.
So I think at that point, I think at that point they're gonna have either higher or closer to a positive outlook, and they could just cut him, dude.
And remember,
Anthony Richardson will be ready by then.
and then that gives you year 3, 4, 3, and 4 to figure out about Anthony Richardson, and then you don't have to sign him to another contract. You have 5 years to have to worry about a big contract again. That makes
if Anthony Richardson is a bust, they'll know. And that's what scares me, because I think maybe Jordan Love, Jordan Love is kind of in the same boat. We don't know yet. Packers see something, but the little amount of time that I saw him play, I thought he was ready. They say he's ready, but I don't know. Like, do we really know? That's the thing with the Seattle.
GM,
what Seattle is going to do with them.
Yeah, the GM,
if the
Packers said, Aaron Rodgers is not our number one target. He is not what we're trying to go into the season with. He straight up said that. And then we didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers released a statement like, about 8:00 this morning saying, hey, guys, don't worry about it. A decision is coming very soon.
Yes.
Hold your horses. It's coming. We're going to get an answer, I think, tomorrow, because he wants to do it before Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can see it tomorrow.
He's going to do it before Tuesday. He's going to. So that, look, he loves playing with everybody's souls.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Don't tell me he doesn't, because I've seen this his entire career. He just does this. He's gonna wait all the way to the last minute and then figure it out. And if he goes to the Jets, he goes to the Jets. Cool. Brian, you'll be happy.
Like, what?
You'll be happy. But if Jordan Love is ready, it'll be the same scenario if Richardson went to Seattle. You got a guy who's there playing with you, and then by the time you're ready to roll out, you've been under his wing for a little bit. You've learned the game. You've been better. You've been practicing your game for almost 2-3 seasons already. Why not?
It's the Aaron Rodgers story. It's literally the Aaron Rodgers story. It's exactly what they did with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if Jordan Love is the same kind of player. I think once we have to see what happens when you're a starter and they could plan for you.
Jordan Love did good in college.
Yeah, but so did Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but once I wouldn't surprise me.
I got to see what he is. Mitch Trubisky did well in college. Is he Mitch Trubisky or is he Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. But
I've seen less mistakes out of Jordan Love's attempts and pass attempts that he's done than I did Mitch. Like Mitch was
12-4 for a season. You know what I'm saying? Like
just trash. I'm sorry.
He was a mistake.
He was a dumpster fire, literally. Yeah. I was going to say he was fired, but I'm like, no, that's not right. He was a dumpster fire. That's what Mitch was. And you know what's sad is I really thought when he went to Buffalo, I really thought
that he would
learn something.
I thought he should have stayed. Or he should have followed wherever Brian Daboll was going. He should have followed him.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done.
It's just, I don't know. It's sad to me to see that these high prospects, and it happens. You never know what's going to happen. Like you just see these high prospects come in and they're just absolute freaking busts.
Well, so you can look at that quarterbacks, two of them are not going to make it.
Usually happens. Yeah. It's about, I mean, of the 4 that are coming in.
Yeah. 2 of them not going to make it. 2 of them are going to be bust. That's just what happens. Yeah. Every 50% of your first round quarterbacks are out.
Unless you're in the hold on. What? Oh yeah. No, you're right.
No matter what. Every time you look
at
it,
you like Derek Carr year. I'm like, wait, that was the only quarterback that actually survived.
He's it. But there's always someone who's out.
Yeah. So what's your input on the Ravens and Lamar drama? You think Ravens doing all? Which I'm gonna let Brian answer this. I'm tired of hearing about this, man.
So it pisses me off, but the Ravens are in a great position. Just to be honest with you guys, collusion is happening. The entire rest of the NFL is not going to give him the contract he wants. This is what they're making an example out of Lamar. Lamar is not going to be able to get what he wants. Lamar might sit out the whole year. I can see him saying, "F it, I'm young. I'll sit out the whole year," and then play or come be active for enough games just to get his year out the way, and say, "All right, whatever, get my money, and I'm out," and become a free agent. He's never going to get his guaranteed money, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does that and does not sign the contract either.
Ravens are stupid. They're stupid.
This is all about the NFL. It's nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with the Ravens.
How do you sit there an entire year and still not figure this out? It's been a whole year.
So
and
he wants a full guaranteed contract. They could have offered him $210 million, $205 million, and he would have signed that. They just don't want to give him a fully guaranteed contract.
The Browns ruined this for everybody.
Yep. It's all Deshaun and the Browns' fault.
The Browns, no, I'm serious. They ruined it for everybody because now everyone looks at that contract and is like, I want that. I want something similar to that. Which ruined the entire league. Like, this is why when that happened, all the 31 other owners got super mad.
Here's my question. What happens when it's Herbert, Justin Herbert? What happens when it's what's his name from Cincinnati?
I don't know. You guys are gonna have to deal with this in 2 years.
Because Cincinnati got to deal with it next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Browns ruined it. The Browns ruined it for the entire league, and you can't just have a reset button.
They better do the same thing with those guys as they're doing with Lamar Jackson, or all type of hell's going to come through.
They have to, in order to keep the peace. Because you're exactly what you're right. That's what pisses me off. I don't like it. I don't want to talk about it because it's so stupid. Because everyone thinks it's like what Lamar. I'm like, no. It makes sense on why he's wanting that because he's seen what the NFL can do.
Yep.
But it all goes back, and nobody thinks about the Browns contract. Nobody thinks about it.
They think about it, but they say, "Oh, that's an outlier." No, your job as the next quarterback up has to be to push the envelope forward. These NFL teams, NFL players are playing under non-guaranteed contracts. Then how is it even a contract if it's non-guaranteed?
Yeah.
So what's the point of having a contract at all? So my point is Lamar's trying to do something for the league. But if Joe Burrow goes up there and he gets a guaranteed contract, or Justin Herbert comes and gets a guaranteed contract, all hell will break loose.
And what's crazy is those guys deserve it. Like they in their respected teams, they deserve it a lot quicker than they do Lamar. Because the fact is that Baltimore, they didn't do anything about this sooner.
Yep.
Which kind of shows a little bit of like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, I know the Bengals would do this right away. The Chargers would do this right away. Not specifically what they like, but they would figure this out within a couple months. Not wait a whole season and then decide, oh, we'll listen to what the league wants and then we'll try and beat it. No.
But it's a move because they know the rest of the NFL is not going to do anything unless the Raiders go through the draft and don't get anybody. The Raiders got fit up for everybody. I can see them saying, you know what? Al Davis is a team that Al Davis owns. They don't care about everybody else. They're going to say, you know what, Lamar, we'll give you a guaranteed contract. Don't worry about it. Come on.
What I want is a team to just go up to Lamar and give him what they want. And then he ends up going to that team and let it happen so fast that the Ravens would be screwed for next year because they decided to not figure it out right away when they should have done before all this happened. They should have figured it out instead of playing with everybody's emotions. Yep. Because if Lamar's gone, the Ravens are so screwed.
For years.
Even though you have Huntley there, I get it. He's a Pro Bowl winner and all that. I get it.
No.
Look, man, that's the title. Okay, that's just the title.
He is, I guess, but no.
But he's not going to get it done.
What's going to happen? Literally, they'll be the worst team in that division by far.
Oh, well, yeah. No, yeah, 100%.
Not even close.
I think the Steelers, I think Pickett has probably gotten a little bit better, and also George Pickett. I think their connection got a lot better.
Yep.
And they should have gone.
They're going to get better every year. Then I think the Steelers next year are still going to be 9-8.
I think they'll be better. It wouldn't surprise me they get double digits.
I mean, they do have the best coach in the league, so I don't know. Maybe.
I think they make the right moves, and I think they get a lot better. And I think that it's going to be Bengals and Steelers. The Steelers have, middle of the pick of the draft, and they don't have they don't. It's not like they're missing any picks. They have all 7. I mean, it's not their original 7. They have one from you guys, and they have one from Minnesota. Well, they have 2 from Minnesota, but still, it's just like
that third was a great pick for them to get.
They have one from Minnesota, but they have 2 in the 7th. So the thing is, they have enough. I think what they do is they figure out the line. Like, obviously, they're going to go offensive line,
offensive defensive line. They do those things, and next year that team is
and maybe a corner.
At a corner, defensive tackle, a corner, and two offensive linemen, and they could be great. You're right.
I think so.
You're right.
And with Warner and freaking Najee, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't need to be worried about running back, which is like kind of like the year to freaking fix it. But I mean, you ain't got.
They don't need it. They don't. They're the ones that don't need it.
Yeah. So yeah, Carson Wentz to the rescue for Baltimore. If that, wow, yeah, it. Sad enough that would be the
move. That's all that we left.
Oh man, yeah, it would be the move.
And he wants to go down with the ship. It's just Carson Wentz because it won't go. That won't happen pretty. It won't be nice.
That would be so funny. I'm just gonna laugh at the Baltimore organization if that happens. If they don't sign Lamar back, I see him staying there. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
I think
I'm already talking too much about this because I don't even want to talk about this.
I think people will request trades. I can see it. People started saying, "I want out. I want out."
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's not dwell on it. But I will say this: don't count out the Browns. Don't count out the Browns. I know they made this bad trade because if Deshaun comes back and he's good, and they get like someone like DeAndre Hopkins to go back with him, with Amari Cooper on the other end, they might end up being good too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Defense. I'm not counting out the Browns. I just think that they'll be. I don't know. They have. Hunt's not going to come back, is he?
Kareem, no, he's out.
So which leaves Nick Chubb.
Yeah, which is fine. He's still fine. But once again, this is the year to add a running back to your team if you need to.
Yes.
A young guy.
It's going to come down to a lot on Watson's shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he gets it done. I think last year was just like he hasn't played in a while.
For 700 days. That's a long time.
He comes back and they expect him to play what Watson used to be, and that wasn't it. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I think he figured it out. He'll figure it out this offseason. Like at some point, I'm not worried about him because there's athletic ability there. And he still has it. He's still young.
DeAndre Hopkins could really help that team out. And you reunite them.
Yeah.
I don't know. They already have
Cooper on one side and Hopkins on the other. That would be crazy.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the thing is, Hopkins gonna give you 5 games, be gone for a week or 2, and then come back. Put another 5 games.
Because Amari Cooper will be there, so it'll be fine.
He's not getting any younger either, though.
I see Hopkins going to I don't see him in New England, but I see him to Dallas.
I did see somewhere this happened somewhere. I can't remember where, but I saw this. I was like, that would be crazy.
It's just
New England would be a lot better.
Oh, New England, everyone would be better with D-Hop. D-Hop for a year.
Like because the doubt between Mac and Cheese can't do it. And then you got stupid Bailey Zappi back there.
Zappi's the problem.
and it's like I would elevate. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's just nuts to see.
I don't know. So you said Aaron. You think Aaron comes up with an answer tomorrow? Or do you think he
What
waits till
time does
Tuesday?
free agency open officially?
Officially, I believe it's Tuesday at noon.
Tuesday at noon?
Yeah.
This mofo will wait Tuesday at 11. That way he can have his 1 hour, his
But all
Aaron
they
Rodgers hour
Aaron-
before the free agents. He's going to have his one final moment of glory before, so that way, so he could turn on the freaking TV, no matter what channel is on, it's going to be
see
his
his
ugly face on every channel because everyone's going to be talking about it, and it's just going to grow his ego.
He'll do a Pat McAfee show right afterwards, and it'll be like the largest show.
He's going to steal the show all day over free agency when there's guys who's getting signed, but that's Aaron though.
Aaron.
He puts himself in the center of attention, and he loves it. I'm genuinely convinced that he loves it, and that's what he does.
If it does happen, I'm going to get an Aaron Rodgers Jets jersey. It's
No,
going
you're
to
not. No, you're not.
I gotta get something. No, I'm telling you, I'll hang it up in the rafters right next to my Brett Favre Jets jersey because that's the only one I care about. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. It's just the NFL once again. Draft season is coming. We got free agency season right now. All these things. We got all the personal workouts. You know, so all the workouts you're gonna be seeing all this stuff for the rookies. They already started last week. There's so much stuff going on. I cannot wait to enjoy it. I really can't.
Yeah. Hey, do you have to have like NFL Plus or anything to watch these pro days?
No, a lot of times they're on ESPNU. A lot.
ESPNU, okay. I'm trying to figure out where to watch them this year. Last year it was easy, and then now there's some like trying to figure it out. Because yesterday they had. Was it yesterday? No, the other day it was Bryce, Illinois, and Sacramento.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow it's Western Michigan.
Yep.
South Carolina and Oregon State. The one I really want to watch is the Northwestern one. That one's early as hell at 8 a.m, but I still want to watch it.
I'm concerned about Skoronski because I really do think his arms are too short for being a left tackle. And I don't think you take him number one tackle off the board, being that his arms are that short and he might end up being a guard. You can't give someone a top. And you know what? Just because my Bears grab him, I don't be so upset, but he's going to end up being a guard. That's just what he is. Tevin Jenkins.
I think Paris Johnson's probably going to be the first guy, though.
I think Paris Johnson should be the first guy.
Not Skoronski.
I think Paris Johnson needs to eat a couple of hamburgers. He's only 310. He needs to be an NFL tackle. He needs to be able to move at 330.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to get bigger.
It's going to be like Lamar to the Falcons. An hour later, breaking news says the Jets. That would be something stupid he does. That would even though that the scenario I see is not going to happen, obviously, because
the Falcons said they're out.
But that would be something Aaron would do, just to take the spotlight out from Lamar.
Yep.
He's such a dickhead, dude. Who's the tackle for Georgia?
It's on Jalen.
No, well, defensive, yeah, Jalen. But
talking about offensive tackle.
Jones.
Oh yeah, Jones. Yeah, it's amazing.
Broderick Jones.
How many of them are 6'8"? 6'8", 340 pounds. Like that's a humongous human being. Like people don't understand how big that really is. Like I'm 6'5" and 6'8". I mean, 3 inches taller than me, and like a refrigerator is huge.
Yeah,
and
6'6", 6'4", 6'5", 6'5".
Harris is 6'5", I believe.
4.5, yeah. So they're big.
Taylor Lewan is 6'7". I believe Orlando Brown is 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
He's 6'8", 340.
I want to see where Cody Mock goes, man. That guy. I like Cody Mock. Guy with who was in the Senior Bowl.
Yep.
And then without the teeth. That man, if he was smart, he's gonna go get himself a dental contract with
veneers.
With I'm telling you, some dental company's gonna go out and look for him. Dude's gonna be a rich man. Gonna get him some new teeth. He can be the face to that freaking label.
Like smile.
Yeah, yeah. Some denture company out there is gonna look for him. So I don't know. Look. Here's the top richest teams. All right, you got the Bears at 75. You got the Falcons at 62. You got the Raiders at 43, and you got the Texans at 38. And then followed by Bengals, Broncos, and Cardinals in the 30s as well. So the Cardinals are starting to piss me off here in a bit. And I need them to do the right things. No, they are. They really are. And a lot of it has to do with Kyler Murray, but I just you have everything set up for you, man. And you just can't finish. I don't understand. I look, this city needs a win, man. The city needs a win. I'm not even a freaking Cardinals fan. This city needs a win.
You need Philadelphia fans to not stop coming in and taking over everything.
Well, I mean, I guess you can count basketball. Basketball's they got their win.
Bro. Oh yeah,
they got their win. They got their win. It was nice, but I feel like the Cardinals have been so they were so close one year, and then they were just like garbage for like all eternity.
Yep. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Like, I don't know why I'm fans or my favorite teams are these teams are like just like they make it or they're getting good or I don't know. Like I like the Falcons, same thing. Cardinals, same thing. I'm starting to like the Lions, and I have a feeling that they're gonna make it one of these years, and then they're gonna lose in the Super Bowl.
No, I think you know what I think is going to happen to. They're going to probably have the best record in the NFL. I can see not next year or the year after, like one of these next 2 years, and losing the first round, because that's what they did when they had Barry Sanders, and they were one of the best teams. You know,
they're going to be the new Cowboys,
and exactly a team will just come out and bite them. Stupid and Cowboys, you know,
man, they piss me off too, man. I'm just so like just finish. Why can't you finish? Why can't you close, man? That's like I what irritates me is when I hop out one of my best friends, like be a wingman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I try so hard, and I'm like the best wingman ever, and then they can't
set them up. Yeah, you set them up, and they can't knock it down.
What are you doing? Like what are you doing? Figure it out. Do what you got. Like figure it out, Cowboys. Figure it out, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, you need to look. This is the second player on your team that said that you have issues, personality issues. Okay, hey, you need to figure out and be that guy. Must be talking. No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
You set a friend up and he can't finish it. He can't knock it down.
Oh no, I don't even try with Mark. No, I'm not talking about Mark. I don't even try with Mark. Getting Mark out of the house, even no.
You call that win?
All right, I did. There was one time that Mark had the golden opportunity. Golden opportunity. No, but no, I'm not talking about Mark. I'm just talking about just enjoy. Look. Being in the Army, you travel a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you go into the military and you're single, it's kind of hard to get in a stable relationship with somebody that actually might like you. Because what we call is, well, people that look for the benefits and stuff. Like we want to go on that. But it's a hard schedule for us that travel a lot. We're hardly home sometimes in active duty that it's just hard. So I've been there so many times that they just can't close, bro. Like, what are you doing? But look, Kyler Murray, Peterson said that you didn't have it. You didn't have that leadership in you. Now what Beacham's playing the same thing. And now, like, why do you think Fitzgerald left? Well, he's too humble and he's too respectful to say anything, but I'm pretty sure this is why he left. Yeah. Out of the blue, he never just came back. He never announced his retirement. He just left.
He can't be my guy. That's basically what he just said. He's like, all right, this I can't follow this guy. No.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. He needs to figure it out, and he needs to rally his guys, and be the guy that they all look to. If you can't be that guy, then you're going to be the next Carson Wentz, and I see that happening. After this contract, you are going to be the next Carson Wentz, and nobody wants the Carson Wentz in that locker room because you cannot lead them, you cannot take them to glory, you cannot take them to the Super Bowl. Nobody wants to be around a guy who is not going to be a leader or an asset morally in that locker room. You are going to be the next Carson Wentz, and I don't care. Despite and he you know what? He should be like this guy's so athletic, man. Like what other guy plays video games?
We've seen unbelievable things. The problem is he's not a leader, and too many times you see him care about video games more than he cares about other stuff, and that's just
Arizona should be behind this guy 100%, but they're not. They just lost J.J. Watt. Now who's the guy that they're looking to? Nobody. Because it's not Kyler. And that's the problem. When your entire city is not looking at you to be the face of the team, like Budda Baker, I don't know how long he's gonna be here.
How old is he? Budda Baker has to be 32.
I don't know. But the thing is, it's a big issue.
Yeah.
Murray don't care. He just got his money. Yeah. And that's the issue. That's the problem. That's a big problem. I think Cliff never held Kyler accountable. He was that girl he always wanted and let him walk. Yeah, exactly how it was. I don't think Gannon's going to – I hope not. Gannon's a defensive guy. He deals with defense guys. Like, look, defensive guys and offensive guys, total different animal. Defensive guys are a lot more crazier than they are offense. Why? Because I cannot tell you a single team that I have not played here in Arizona or in North Carolina when I played over there too, that us defensive guy will go up to the sideline legitly and talk so much trash to the closest receiver to our sideline. And we would get in his head and we would mess with that guy so hard. And that's just the way the defensive mentality is. Gannon's the defensive coach. I like it. I really do. Murray will be back in baseball. The thing is he won't, because he's already crossed that age mark where teams aren't going to look at him anymore.
He would have to work his way all the way back up. I mean, he wasn't going to go right to the major leagues when he got drafted. He was still going to be, you had to go to, in 2, and then get to the 3rd division before you're going to be a prospect.
Yeah,
just 27. Yeah, that's why he's looked up.
He's already look. We should be talking about him like we used to talk about Bo Jackson. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy is the coolest running back we've ever had. Kyler Murray is one of the coolest quarterbacks we've ever had. The guy plays baseball, football. He plays video games with his fans on Twitch and whatever. Like this is a guy we should be talking about, but we're not. Instead, we're over here dealing with his drama. And it's sad to say that Kurt Warner never, or Carson Palmer never, or even Jake the Snake never had these issues.
Yep.
Same.
It's all true. It's all true. All right. Real quick before we get off, I'm going to throw a couple guys at you. You tell me where you think they're going to show up, where they're going to sign. Oh, and we'll start off. Off with your number one guy. Start off with Bobby Wagner. Where do you think Bobby Wagner signs?
I really want him to go to Cincinnati. Get yourself a ring, retire, and you'll be known as one of the greatest linebackers ever.
He was second team All-Pro last year. I mean, this guy still can play. He is a final piece to a championship winning team. That's what he is. saying that.
I can see him going to the Giants, but he's only going to be because that's what they need. And he's going to, and there's a possibility that they could go into the playoffs deep with a better defense. Yes. I just feel a little bit more comfortable with him getting a ring with Cincinnati. And I think he's coming to that age where he's trying to fight for a ring right now, and he's trying to chase a ring. And I think this is why when he went with the Rams, because looking at them, they had all the pieces. What happened to the Rams? I don't know. They just fell apart. Injuries.
They got old. They put all the eggs in one basket to win the Super Bowl, and now everyone's falling apart. And that's just what it is, and that's fine. But it happens. But honestly, I think Cowboys. I think he goes to the Cowboys. That was the rumor last year. I think he goes to the Cowboys.
They can win one too. It's going to be a playoff contending team.
Raiders said Seahawks.
What? I'm sorry, Bobby. I made a mistake.
Come back. I
made a mistake. Come back? No. He won't put up with that.
And he says Bobby Cowboys. I see Cowboys.
He's gonna sign somewhere, and it's gonna be a playoff contending team.
And I won't be surprised.
Cowboys. It could be the Giants. It could be the Cincinnati. Hell, it could even be freaking the Bills. I don't know.
I can see Levante David being a guy who goes to Cincinnati.
Okay,
that's something I can see that. All right, what about Jacoby Myers? Where do you think Jacoby Myers ends up?
Panthers.
I can see that. It makes sense. You get your quarterback and give him some type of receiver. All right. Here's from Braden real quick. This hashtag Seahawks and 9-time All-Pro Bobby Wagner have had talks about potential reunion per GM John Schneider at Seattle Sports.
Yeah, but they talked.
Yeah,
that doesn't necessarily make that Bobby made a decision. Like they could call Bobby today. All 32 teams can call. Well, they can't. They can call him all on Tuesday. I get it.
Tomorrow at noon, you have a full day. I think that's what it says. It says, starting March 13th. Yeah, start March 13th, noon Eastern on March 13th. You can
start talking to them.
Yeah. So that tomorrow,
once at Tuesday at noon Eastern,
you start signing. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So the Chargers have talked about Wagner too. Chargers will be interesting. I can see that. It's another team. Will Khalil Mack still there? I mean, if they're healthy, that could be good place for them.
You know, now that we're talking about linebackers and Chargers, the biggest disappointment with Kenneth Murray, man. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy came in. I really thought he was going to be something cool and special, man. That guy is a bust.
They're gonna say he's a bum.
No, he's a bust. He's close to being a bum if he don't elevate it in the next season or two. No, he has this season to elevate it. If not, he is a bum. He's on his last year. He was so good. I don't get it.
All right, I'm going to finish it up with one last question for you. Where do you see Jesse Bates? Does he go back to Cincinnati? Okay. I like that one.
They'll go to the Lions. They need a good DBs over there, and I think they're in contingency to make something happen. And I think Jesse Bates is young enough to sign with a team that he might want to be part of something special if the Lions make it all the way. Because he can sign like a 4-year deal and still be 30 and then end it with somebody in his last 2 years of his career.
Oh, you're right. I agree.
think the Lions would be a good spot for any DB that wants to go somewhere.
Well, that's why I was going to say Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is what I thought we were going to. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is why he's 25. He's a safety. That's why I thought was going. He might be cheaper than Jesse Bates because Jesse Bates was going to want to get paid. Yeah, he's a good slot. That's what you need now. You need a good slot/safety guy on your team to really be a really good team.
Yeah. He must be your new Patrick. He is, man. Although Patrick Queen, I dubbed so quick, man. Like the moment I saw him this first year and halfway through his second, I was like, this dude sucks. Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me retract that. Let me retract that. Patrick Queen is good, but what made me more upset about him is he is no leader. The Baltimore Ravens need a leader, and this is why they got Roquan, and I'm so glad that they got Roquan because I said it from the beginning. Before, when the moment the trade rumors happened with Chicago and Roquan, I'm like, it's going to be Baltimore. And like,
he's definitely a leader. He's definitely a leader.
No, and I remember you're like, no, I don't see that. And then, sure enough, what happened? Baltimore got him. That was the best fitting spot. Patrick Queen,
signed him immediately. They signed him immediately.
He should have been the leader. No. Kenneth Murray's worse than Patrick Queen, in my opinion. And that's bad. I like Patrick Queen. He's a good athlete. He'll get you, like IDP purposes, he'll get you 100 points because he's a tackling machine. But the problem is he's nothing other than that, though. He won't get those big impact plays. He won't be a leader. He's just a guy. And he's going to be a very good guy.
He'll be the guy that stands next to the guy. That's a good thing to have. You need that. You need your Scottie Pippen on your defense.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Mike. Be Scotty.
Yeah. You say Jackson for Jesse Bates. I know this popped up when we were talking about Jesse. They don't have the money, dude. They have $6 million. I think they're gonna blow it on something more important than that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Safety is important, but I just don't think Jesse Bates is going to ask for $12 million, $13 million.
Yeah.
A year.
He's going to be too expensive.
Yeah.
Kenneth Murray. I was hoping the same thing for Matt Taylor. And yeah, dude. And look, these guys come out and it's like, dude, this guy looks elite. He was like, I really like Kenneth Murray when he was like, dude, that guy's going to be a linebacker.
That's mental. That's all mental. They have all the skills. Same thing with Manti Te'o. Like, he has all the skills, but mentally he couldn't handle it.
Yeah. I don't know. I see Jesse Bates either going to the Dolphins or the Lions.
The Dolphins need it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are probably one of the two. And it's crazy that we haven't really talked about the Dolphins as much.
It's because without Tua, I mean, we know Tua's going to be the quarterback next year now.
Yeah, but the thing is, one concussion. What are you going to do after that?
Yeah, I have a good backup plan.
I hope he goes the next 5 seasons without one, but that's a lot.
Realistic. That's not realistic.
Like, I'm not saying no because there's some quarterbacks that haven't really gotten a concussion in multiple seasons. I get that. But it's kind of scary to see how often his ratio was of getting a concussion was to any other quarterback. That what's the chances of him getting another one? That's the scariest thing to me. I don't know,
man. Brady, because he's paying the NFL refs. He's not paying them. The NFL's paying them. The NFL's like, no, Brady, we can't let him get hurt. I'm telling you, I saw a play where I literally saw a referee jump and save Brady. He jumped, put his own body on the line, make sure Brady wasn't going to get hurt. I was like, really? Is this really happening?
Look, top 5 guys, and sad enough, Wentz is going to be one of them because there's going to be a team that needs a quarterback.
Yep.
Wentz is going to play somewhere. Either he doesn't get signed until like week 4 or 5 after somebody goes down. Wentz is going to play somewhere in a different uniform. Then you got Michael Thomas, who God knows what they're going to do. Orlando Brown, Leonard Floyd.
Michael Thomas, you know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to re-sign him. They're going to re-sign him.
Honestly, I yes. That I would love. Look, I would love for him to play anywhere. I don't care if it has to be with Tampa Bay.
Give him a chance.
He is good. And I don't know what New Orleans is doing, but he is good. The reason, and as a matter of fact, last year, New Orleans, that was their starting quarterback, and then he got hurt, and then after that, they just never put him back in. Why? I don't know why. But
I don't know if he's just not a good leader or people just don't like him or what, but he was doing fine. The offense was running well.
He was. And then you got Orlando Brown. Wow. I just said that. Orlando Brown.
Yeah. I think he's the two guy.
And then Leonard Floyd and Taylor Lewan.
I think Zach Allen is going to be interesting. See where he goes. He's 26 years old. That whole Cardinals thing, what are they going to do? That's really interesting. I mean, Odell Beckham is going to be interesting. Even though I think the Giants would be the Giants or the Cowboys are to play.
Mm-hmm.
But he looked good. Looked real good.
The three guys I really want to see, or four, you should say, is I really want to see where Jordan Poyer goes.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
As old as he is, man, that dude is playing like he's 26. He's like Bobby Wagner, but in the safety position. He's that good. He puts up the numbers and he does great things for them. The other guy is I want to see where freaking Hendricks goes.
Okay.
The third guy is I want to see where Fletcher Cox goes, but he might be done too. I don't know.
I think Fletcher Cox is done. I think he retired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might be done too. And yes, Anthony, I hope that too. I want that. I really.
If he does, that line becomes good immediately. You know, because Braxton Jones at right tackle. Now, what do? You might draft a guard.
And my fourth guy is Baker Mayfield. I want to cut you off because you're going to go on a Bears rant.
Oh, I can
shut up. My fourth guy is Baker Mayfield.
I was still talking till Tuesday. I'm going to keep on talking all the way to Tuesday.
Well, I need to get my four guys out before you start going on a Bears rant.
You don't think Dalton Schultz is not interesting for you? I'm very interested to see where the hell Dalton Schultz goes. I think the Cowboys need
and here's why. His contract ended on the worst year possible for tight ends.
Yep.
7 of these guys are going to be ready. And they're going to probably choose a rookie over Dalton Schultz's freaking money ass. Like, trust me. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
He's that safety blanket. I feel like Gesicki is going to get signed with somebody, and Dalton Schultz needs to be signed with someone. I think that's going to be really interesting.
I would gamble on one of these tight ends before I went with but I get it because you have to get the free agency before the draft, so you kind of have to deal with it.
And if I'm Detroit, I'm looking at Dalton Schultz like, well, the Cowboys don't want him. They have to do something. They have to balance that out.
I would go after Austin Hooper.
Really, Austin Hooper's a lot cheaper. He's a lot cheaper, but I just don't.
That's why. Because then you could bring in a rookie. A rookie and Austin Hooper would be decent enough. At least one of those guys is going to do good.
What up, them boys?
What's up, man? All right, go ahead. Tell us why you want Orlando Brown Bears.
Orlando Brown at left tackle solidifies your left side, your blind side for Justin Fields. Now you can decide what you want to do with Cody Whitehair, who is still a very good guard. You know, but he's $14 million, and he's only a $10 million cap hit. So I mean, you can actually drop him and only have $4 million in dead cap hit, that cap money, and gain $10 million for your money for your overall cap. Then you got to decide on center. So if you look at John Michael Schmidt, that might be your guy. But if you can't get him, there's some free agents that you need to be starting to look at. Mm-hmm. Or you decide that I'm going to stay with Lucas Patrick for a year and just say I'm going to draft a guy no matter what at center. You know, so that's good. But then Tevin Jenkins is fine. You got Leatherwood that's going to back up both guards position.
Wait, Leatherwood like the Leatherwood from the Raiders?
Yeah, so he's their backup. He's the backup of both sides on left guard.
That's disgusting.
You got to do something with him. I mean,
he's just a body bag.
But as a backup, that's fine. You know?
No, he's a body bag.
I think Lucas Patrick is that too, personally. But I think Braxton Jones was the right tackle.
If Schultz doesn't stay in Dallas, he'll be worthless fantasy-wise. I think so too, man. There's too many good tight ends coming out.
It depends on what team you go to.
This is the best tight end class that's ever came out in a while. And I'm telling you, these teams are going to try and go after one of these guys over some money bag Schultz.
It's six tight ends deep.
What's that?
I really believe it's only 6 tight ends deep.
I'm still gambling on one of those guys. Look, and here's the thing: we're talking about tight ends.
Mhm.
Is Irv Smith still a thing,
No,
or we just give up on him? Even though he's 25, you just give up on him. Think he's done.
I think
That was an interesting project. We're just done on him.
Yeah, actually, I think he showed me that I want to take these young guys. I'm gonna go with them.
Okay.
You have 2 years as a tight end to start to show what you're doing. Your
Well,
third year,
he was also hurt, which also
third year,
doesn't
you have to
help.
show something. But if you don't show something by that third year, there's a new crop of guys coming.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Bears might be second in division. All these picks and money you get, I think they might be number 1. I don't know. Hold on. The Bears. They're gonna be tied for 2, 1 or 2.
But Bears and Detroit are gonna be real tough. I mean, I think the whole division just turns upside down.
Yeah. A tight end going to the Chargers to be his buddy kid. Yes. Whoever ends up there, because Gerald Everett is not going to. I haven't heard anything about Gerald Everett.
I haven't heard anything. He's not even on any list either, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Isn't his contract here?
It's up, but he's not on any list. Like, not saying like the top guys that we're looking for.
They might just re-sign Donald Parham. Is he on contract? They got Richard Rodgers and Donald Parham. This dude's still on I think he's still on contract. Yeah.
So yeah, another year.
Let me see. Michael, no. Yeah, I think he's still on. I think he's still on contract. That's crazy.
What do you think about Jadeveon Clowney?
Oh my god!
Is that done? Is that over?
Yes. Yes. Just retire. Go away. Nobody likes you. Nobody.
Unfortunately, they do like us. The problem.
No. Go away. Nobody likes you. But yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like, look, next couple of days we're gonna find out. I think by tomorrow we're gonna, like I said, they're gonna start talking to people, right? Yeah. We're gonna start figuring out. Aaron Rodgers is gonna have his hour, his 1 hour moment.
He's gonna wait for someone to sign. Someone big is gonna sign, and Aaron Rodgers is gonna like, stop the presses.
Yeah,
I'm back.
Talk about me.
Like you never left, bro. What are you talking about?
I hate that guy sometimes, man.
I'm back.
But I got nothing, man. That's pretty much it, dude.
It's been fun talking about this stuff. I mean, until tomorrow, I just don't know what else we're gonna do. The only thing we can do is hope that something happens. But Javon Hargrave is gonna be interesting. Orlando Brown's gonna be really interesting. What happens with him? Bates, Buglinchi, Draymond Jones. I'm telling you, Draymond Jones is going to the Bears. I'm telling you that. And Odell Beckham. I want to see all these guys. See where they land and go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We don't feel like we ain't got nothing else. So.
Well, there was one thing. So, I think the Jaguars are going to do good again. Calvin Ridley.
Oh my God.
I think he's going to. I think he's just going to be another Marvin Jones, which is not bad.
That's fine.
I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's just going to be just fine. Like Marvin Jones was pretty good. Calvin Ridley isn't as young as everybody thinks he is.
He's 28, right?
Nah, he's 29 now.
29?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 29 now. So he's getting there. So he's going to be the new Marvin Jones there. Hopefully he stays there with the Jaguars. That'd be great because now they have Zay Jones, Calvin Ridley, and what's his name?
From the $24 million man?
Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting. I want to see the Jaguars go a little bit further than just beating the Chargers.
Well, think about it. So in that division, Tennessee can still do something, depending on what they decide to do with running back and quarterback. They're still a decent team and they're well coached. Indianapolis is starting over.
Okay, thank you, Braden.
So we're right.
28 turns into 29. So we're still not that young.
Yeah, but Indianapolis is starting over basically. I don't know. That whole division, the Texans are starting over. Tennessee, you don't know what they're going to do. They might be starting over. So Jacksonville might be the only team left in that division. Their division
It's theirs for the taking. It's theirs for the taking. The Colts had it last year, but not even the universe can answer what the hell happened there.
Your boy, I don't know what happened. Matt Ryan just like lost all of his superpowers. Like he got drained.
That and
it was like
coaching and the play calling. I felt like JT wasn't utilized as much as he should be.
He was hurt too often.
It was just a number of things that went wrong, and I can't explain how or why. So, but yeah, no, I think the Jaguars are going to be pretty good there. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all I had to say. Now that he's reinstated and whatnot.
No, I mean he shouldn't have been going that long anyway. But yeah, I agree.
It is what it is. All right. Do you want to close it out, or do you want me to do it?
You can go close it out. It's fine.
All right. So, guys, this is the Morning Spike. We usually come here every Sunday during the fantasy football seasons. Get you guys the championship. We're going to be doing more things on Wednesday. We're going to continue doing the rookie quarterbacks. Who do we have this week? We have we have damn. We're talking about Will Levis.
Your boy Will Levis. Your boy.
No, he's not. I hate this guy. We're about to talk about Andy Dalton 2.0 and Anthony Richardson this week.
I was like Will Levis and Richardson. And there's a lot to say about both of them. Will Levis
there is. And then we're gonna end it with CJ Stroud and Bryce Young the following week, and then we're gonna have ourselves a little rookie mock draft. And next thing you know, we're gonna end it with the lineman, right?
Yep. The lineman might be the defensive line might be the most interesting thing.
Yeah. That's why I left them last.
I mean, so we got some guys that are some explosive guys. The SEC always turns out a lot of great defensive linemen. That's what we're gonna look in again, the SEC.
So yeah. And Tuesday, hey, bro, if you're gonna go by yourself, let me know. Like, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I had no problem with it, but I was like, yeah, I definitely would have said something. But Tank was like, I'm exhausted. I was like, it's all right. I got you, man.
Yeah, you didn't even tell me. And then by the time I'm like, all right. And then the chat was turned off. I was like,
that's what he said.
I can't even mess with them. How'd that happen?
Because if it says family friendly, it won't let you chat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what if I had it on family friendly, it would let me chat. So
on here or on YouTube?
On YouTube.
Okay. That I was like, all right. Well, now
so that's one thing I got was Facebook. So I mean, if you do Facebook, I could have saw your chat, but everything else I didn't know.
No, dude, I don't log on to Facebook, bro. You know how many notifications I'm probably missing there. But yeah, so Tuesday he's gonna do the Bears show. If you go by yourself, let me know. I'll jump on with you.
It's gonna be a great time because this is gonna be our free agency stuff. That's why I mean we're gonna start getting names, money, contracts. I can't wait to talk about all of it. It doesn't have to be just Bears focus. I mean, I'm gonna be the focus on the Bears, but the NFL itself has to be talked about. Everyone who's signing needs to be talked about, and I can't wait to talk about those things.
Yep. So, all right, guys. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Spike. We will come back. Let's see the Tank. I'm glad you came in, buddy. Wherever you're at. I'll be there in 5 minutes, Mister. I'll be there in 5 minutes, right? Damn, bro.
I know what happened.
What?
I know what happened.
I'm sure it was something important. But
yeah.
Anyways, I miss him. He usually comes in and he gives up his opinion. I haven't seen him in a while, man. So, anyways, guys, take it easy. I'll see you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday or wherever the hell you guys. But we'll talk about more football and more shenanigans, whatever Rodgers decides to do.
Exactly.
So I'm excited, guys. So the football season opens up on Tuesday. It's a new year,
dude. I'm telling you, if
it's a new year, guys.
In the rafters, we'll have that Rodgers Jets jersey. It's coming. It's coming.
Such a waste of money, but okay, all right, whatever.
Never to be worn again.
Take it easy. See you guys.